having fun on the channel, doing some readings, getting some divination things done today. Got a new video out, Tarot and Your Body, and gonna send out the survey. Gonna send out the survey for this tomorrow, I think, to figure out how many to print, because I'm not really sure how many I should be printing at this point. Miss Girl, how are you doing? It's good to see you. So, hello, Anna. How are you doing as well? All right, let's see. What do we got? What's a good card to have? There we go, the Queen of Cups. I promised somebody I was going to put their initials on the bottle in the Queen of Cups, but I forgot who that was. So I need to go through all my emails. I need to go through all of those emails and figure out who it was. Because I did promise that to somebody. We gotta get that done. Need to fix that soon. Jen, what is going on? Good to see you. Shay, Miss Girl, Marby, Anna, what is up? How was everybody's Sunday? Was your weekend nice? Was it nice? Was that was it a pretty good weekend? Dallas, welcome. What's going on? Dallas, I got your message. So Dallas, I would recommend that you go through my course, and so that you can get the basics and the memory tricks, memory cues that I give you. I would go through my course to get those, and then after that, go through the detailed video course. I wouldn't buy a book. I mean, that's just a waste of money. I think there's so many good resources on the Thoth right now that you would have a better time just watching videos. Axel, welcome back. What is going on? Bartman, welcome. Bree, welcome. Lillian, hello. How are you doing? And Diane joined. Sarabi, hello. Stephanie Bold, how's it going? Glad the temps dropped a bit. Yeah, Shay, it is 102 tomorrow here in Texas. It's brutal. It is brutal. I'm going to get a job offer soon. Does O'Neill still feel about me? Dallas, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Dallas wants to know, will I get over my creativity block? All right, let's check that out. TTV, wow, it has been a while. How are you doing? It has been a long while, TTV. How's it going? All right, let's see. Dallas, will I get over my creativity block? Well, I certainly hope so. I mean, I think this is the time. This is the time to get stuff done, to get all of these things done and all of that, and get everything started, you know? You got to start somewhere, so creativity is rough to come by some days, though, that's for sure. Let's check that out with the very creative and awesome, where's the box? Very creative and awesome, playful heart tarot. There we go. All right. Who stole my goat? Indeed. That is the question of the year. Who stole the goat? Tina, what is going on? Annie Law, welcome. How are you doing? And Jinbo, how is it going? We're starting out with a playful heart tarot, trying to figure out how we're going to get all these, trying to get all of these artist blocks out of the way. Get some creativity going. You got to get the mind flowing and going and all that other stuff. You can't really have time for blocks anymore. We got to get stuff done. I think this is the time. I think this is the time where we really can sort of move forward, get things done, get some exciting projects up and running and all of that good stuff. So let's find out exactly where we're going with this, right? The Five of Swords says that we are, Wolf, what is going on? And Crystal, welcome. How are you doing? So yeah, the Five of Swords says that it's not going to be easy. I mean, there's a certain amount of effort. I think that the creativity has not flown well for a while. It's not gone well. It's just sort of stagnated over time, and that sort of affects us, right? The more time that we have this block, the more difficult it is to come out of it, because you sort of get used to the new normal, which is, you know, not having the creativity. Annie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. You're not having the creativity. You're not getting things done. The projects aren't getting started. You're just sort of wasting a lot of time at that point, right? And this is time. And when you waste time, when you don't have creativity going, you'll end up just not doing things or doing things that are not productive. And those become your new normal, right? So now you're doing stuff like just watching a ton of TV, watching the same movies or something like that, and instead of getting the creativity flowing. So the Five of Swords recognizes that once you get into the habit of wasting time instead of being creative, it's hard to get out of that because that's your new habit. The Ten of Cups says you're not finding the creative outlook that gives you pleasure. You're not finding that outlook that gives you satisfaction. You sort of need to find new ways to do creativity, new ways to express yourself. I think the old ways used to work, but I think in the long run, you've gotten used to them. It's slowed down too much, and it's just not that exciting. So find something new. So Hoon E, hello, what is going on? Appreciate your donation. We'll get to your question in just a second. By the way, in case you're wondering about the queue, we are currently on Dallas, and we'll do Annie Law, then we'll do Hoon. There we go. All right, so the Ten of Cups says you don't have the proper method of expressing yourself. Find something new, find something exciting, find something that you haven't done before, and of course, you're going to completely mess it up. You're going to completely mess it up. It's like me when I tried to draw, right? I completely hosed it. It looked terrible, but you got to start somewhere. So even if it looks bad, even if it's difficult, just, it's okay. That's okay. Anyway, the Page of Cups, again, says get emotionally attached to something new. Something new is key here. You keep seeing this repeated. The Page of Cups starts something emotionally satisfying, start something emotionally connected that you've always wanted to do. Screw it up completely. Let that be okay. And keep going on that. On the cusp, what is going on? Well, how are you doing? Yeah, but the Two of Swords as well says get started. Get the paintbrush moving. Get the pencil moving. Get something moving where you can just start. You can't start without literally starting something. So again, find something new, exciting that you always wanted to do. Jump into it. Screw it up completely. Let that be okay. And then go from there. So the first time I painted, it looked so bad. I remember it looked so bad. My friend made fun of me for it. It looked so bad. It was my first painting. It was so bad. My friend made fun of me. And I worked hard on that too. Oh, I remember painting a house one time and I worked hard on that, and I couldn't give it away. I mean, nobody wanted it. It was so bad, but today I'm a little better. So there you go. Let's see. You just gotta keep going. Got to keep going. Be willing to completely screw it up the first time, so badly that everybody makes fun of you. Okay. All right, my dream from 2 nights ago. What is going on with that? What is it trying to tell me? Does it have some good news? Is it a prophetic dream? What is happening with it? I think that we could use we literally have a dream tarot. I'm totally serious. We actually have a mystical dream tarot. And for all of the dream questions, I go straight to it because that's what I do. Mary M., welcome. How are you doing? And Raina, welcome as well. Sally, it is good to see you. Zoe, welcome. What is going on? Yeah, we got a dedicated dream tarot. That's how we roll here. I mean, we get in, we dive straight in. I still have, okay, go to my YouTube videos. Speaking of screwing it up, go to my YouTube videos and watch the first video I ever made. It was the worst reading ever. But, after a few thousand, you get a little bit better. So it's always encouraging. Let's find out about the dream. Speaking of which, I can't wait for more reversed cards. Yay. All right, the Six of Wands says that we're moving into this. We got the wise fox. And I mean, we just have this loss of control. We're trying to catch something. We're trying to, get something we can't have. So we're trying to catch the impossible. It's trying to reach out. We're trying to get control over things. The Six of Wands, we've had success with this in the past. We've had situations where we leap in and we get control of it. We figure it out. We get it just dynamically start getting things done, and we do get that. The Six of Wands has that mix. A little bit of danger with the snake in there, but overall, we have control over that situation. So I think you're trying to get control over a situation in your life that is not really controllable, right? Because we have the wise fox. And here, it's like that we're just sort of moving around, moving around in circles sometimes, trying to get a handle on things that we really don't have a lot of command over. And it seems to be because of just this lack of help in a certain situation. Some situations you sort of need help and you need some assistance with it, and you're just not getting that assistance as well. The Eight of Wands, we're stuck in a lack of motion because we just didn't get enough things going on. We just didn't have enough help in other situations as well. The Priestess of Dreams, again, reaching out to control something we can't. So there are situations where you needed help, you didn't get it, and now you got stuck into another situation where you don't have a lot of control over the things that are currently happening. And in order to get that control, you're trying to reach out, you're trying to get the expectations out there, you're trying to get some level of command and control over the situations, and you're just having a lot of difficulty with that. So that's going to sort of mean a few things. One is the difference between what can I control, what I can't, how am I going to use my time wisely with these various things, and if I'm not getting help in certain situations, is it better to abandon it and leave it, or is it better to try to force your way through it and just hope for the best at that point? Anyway, so, you know, kind of a wild, weird situation there for the reading, but that's how dreams go. That is indeed how dreams go. So there we go. All right, Hoon, what is E's feelings towards N? Let's check that out. All right. E's feelings towards N. Let's see if they're going to be good, bad, or indifferent. Let's try that out with you might as well go with the Thoth. Might as well go with the Thoth Tarot, because you got to do it sometime tonight. I mean, you just do. Hello, Philippe. What is going on? Checking out the Thoth, seeing if we're going to get a good reading today out of this. Sometimes the Thoth is pretty brutal, I got to say. Sometimes it'll just, it just throws some random cards down. You don't know what it's saying. And, today I'll do reversals today if I get it. If I get it, no reversals yet, still no reversals, and still no reversals. So I guess I won't be doing reversals. So hopefully this works. Oh, it always starts out with ruin, doesn't it? This is just Thoth. Sometimes I just want to stop reading with the Thoth. Sometimes I do. Okay. E's feelings towards N. So we have a lot of different things here. I'm kind of wondering if this is a romantic relationship, if this is a budding romantic relationship. Nomad Trees and Kimberly Corner, welcome. What is going on? Is this something that is starting up? Is this something that is new? So we have E seems to have some issues with sort of getting into something serious or getting into a Nomad Trees. Thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. So we got issues getting into things or getting into this relationship, getting serious about stuff. I think they've had some issues in the past. E is a bit hesitant to move forward. They're sort of, having difficulties getting a lot of things done. I think that's because they're in sort of a transitory phase, right? Death says we're in a bit of a transit from one thing into the next. And I think that N represents possibly the next thing or the next big thing. So I think that you do have a connection between the two. The Lovers says that we do have that connection. Is it some tight connection, soulmate connection? Is it some other connection like that? Maybe not, but it does look like something fun and entertaining. Traditionally, when I see the Princess, I think of something either short term, something fun, something interesting, sort of blending into the good with the unexpected. In other words, I want to go on an adventure. I don't want to be super serious. I don't want to really have the weighted type thing around there, because the Princess sort of modifies the Lovers and makes it more casual, makes it more fun, makes it more entertaining. And I think that's where that E is headed in the long run, is for something a bit more casual, fun, and something that's going to be a bit maybe short-term entertainment or what have you. But yeah, as far as the connection goes, we have a connection here. What are E's feelings towards that? Again, E is going through a transitory phase. Sunflower, thank you for your donation, Raina. Appreciate you. So E is going through a transitory phase into something different. I think it's going to be something more casual, something more upfront, rather than weighty, serious type things as well. So there we go. There's E and N. So hopefully N did not expect something very long, serious, and weighty type thing. Anyway, all right. Nomad Trees is lonely. Nomad Trees needs some Nomad Trees love. All right, let's see. Give me some love. Is anybody gonna give Nomad Trees some love? I mean, I hope so. Nomad, you can always come in here and chat. We always love you. Nomad, we always love you. If nobody else gives you that love, we will. And we'll give you that love with the fantastic Wonderland Tarot, because that is where it goes. Kimberly finally got a picture TO. Oh, cool. You got a okay, yeah, I remember. I don't think you had a picture before, but there you go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, Miss Girl, what is going on? So much love for Nomad. I mean, you gotta give trees some love. You gotta hug some trees. That's what we do here. Aman, welcome. What is going on? And Victoria, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? How is it going? I did figure out my backdrop. I did get a backdrop. See, I got a backdrop now. So there's my backdrop. It has a white surface. It reflects the light over into the area, and I think it does a good job as sort of a bit of a fill light there. So I tried the iPad, and that didn't work so well. It looked kind of awkward. It looked a bit weird, so I wasn't impressed with the iPad action, so I got this, and I think it works pretty well. All right, but yeah, you have this nice even light from here to here. You have a nice light. A very nice light, and I didn't adjust it in the software or anything. It just looks good. Okay, Tarot in Wonderland. Here we go. So Nomad Trees wants some love. Do we have any love company? I think so. We got the Empress, right? We got the Empress. So you got to be patient, right? The King of Cups reversed. We need to be a bit patient. We understand that there is COVID. Dating is I would say awkward, to say the least, at this point. So the King of Cups reverse sort of acknowledges that we have that awkwardness. We have things being a bit weird, and it's not really going to be a situation that's going to change anytime soon. So it's definitely somewhere where we got to be patient. We need to understand that this is still happening, and until the election, it may still happen for quite some time. But the election's only a couple of months away. So hopefully, it'll clear up after that and we get that vaccine and whatnot. But yeah, I got to be patient. We got to be patient. So there is that, right? The Empress says, though, that you do have some people asking you out. You do have some things. The Page of Wands, though, says that they may not be just up front. They may not be too forward. It may be a situation once you start going out. Redwood and Gloria, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Tarot Oracle Ifondi. Okay, Tina. All right. Eufondi. What is that? I'm not sure what Fondi means. Is that Fonzie? Like the Happy Days? Okay. But the Empress says you do have some opportunities for love. We are getting into that. I think that's going to be exciting for us eventually there, right? But yeah, the Empress says you do have some love coming. Now, the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands. KD, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. The Page of Wands says that, you may have to be a little flirty. You may have to leap into this on your own. You may have to be approaching people and take a bit of initiative as far as, going out, finding people, going to meetups, going to some social events. We got single groups all over meetup.com. Maybe we get in a few of those and talk to people and stuff like that. Page of Wands says sitting home is, okay, Tina, let me know what your question is. I appreciate your donation. So the Page of Wands reverse says you may have to take a bit. Victoria, thank you for your donation. Victoria, let me know your question. And Tina, let me know your question as well. We'll get you in the queue. I just need to know your question. But yeah, so, you're going to have to take some initiative with this and leap into it and hope for the best at some point, right? But the Seven of Wands as well. The Seven of Wands is pretty interesting here. It says to be open at that point, and sort of just get out there and see what happens. But overall, yes, you do have some good things coming. But with COVID, it's awkward. The amount of people that want to date is kind of low right now. People don't want to risk their life or whatever to date and whatnot. I don't know. All right. But yeah, Victoria and Tina, let me know what your donation is. All right. I got Victoria's there. I got Victoria. And Nomad, of course, come on into chat. We love you. We're going to give you all the love that we can. I'm just saying. I am just saying. All right, you're unstuck. Oh, you need to get unstuck. All right, for Philippe, there we go, on your Fonzie comment. Okay. So I'm reading chat. How can you see the name of the spiritual dollar? Okay, Tina, I got your question. Thank you again for your donation. Appreciate you. All right. So let's see. For Philippe, what was your question, Philippe? Let me know. Philippe, let's see. Philippe got a hosting there. Okay, you're starting a new blog about tarot. All right. What do the cards say about a tarot blog? Well, that is interesting. Very cool. Welcome to the blogging action there. All right. Starting a new blog about tarot. How is that going to work out? I think a good one for that would be the golden. I do like the golden. I probably should skip the golden and go with something a bit more, but the golden is not bad at all. All right, Philippe is starting a new blog about tarot. How is it going to go? There we go. Let's see. Universal law of attraction, planting seeds in the universe. There you go. You just need to tell the universe what you need. You need to map it out and hope for the best. Okay, so let's take that look at the blog. The Three of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Star, and the Eight of Coins. I think that the Star with the Eight of Coins is an interesting combo, right? Because the Star talks about the things are getting, am I by the house I want? Tina, is that your question about the house? Let me know if you want to replace your other question with that question or what's going on. The Star says that you are sort of guided to do this. I feel like this is something you need to do, something that you want to do. And I think that you do have an interesting perspective that you bring into that, and that's going to be something that benefits everybody, right? People love to get a new perspective or a new type of lesson plan or something sort of in with tarot that's going to be different than everybody else. And again, I think that you end up getting a lot of traffic in the long run for that. You just have to sort of stick with it. So let's see. So part of this is the Page of Cups. Do you want to, in addition to the blog, do you want to make video blogs as well? Do you want to leap into the video blog realm? to where you're discussing tarot, talking about tarot, showing some different tarot, showing your ideas and things like that. So you have a video and a written component. So people have both of those, right? So that is going to be a key component, I think, as to starting this out. The Page of Cups says, while you're starting, go with both and see which one you like to do, see which one is going to be more beneficial for you. And that combination makes it pretty interesting, right? Because people can read, then they can hop over and see the different side of it with the video and stuff like that. And being a vlog, you can do it in your car, you know, and things like that. Renee, welcome. What is going on? So yeah, the 8 of Coins says, keep at it, keep writing it, be regular, get it on a schedule, and don't put like so much effort into it that it's intimidating. But put enough to where you get yourself out there, you're comfortable with it, you're having fun with it, and it's not overburdening, and yet you still get it out there. The 3 of Swords says ultimately you do have a market. You do have some people that need to come, but there is that dissuasion of nobody's reading it because it's new, or I need to advertise it more, or I need to put it on some of these tarot Facebook groups and things like that, and sort of get your name out there and let people know who you are and what you're doing and things like that. But overall, I think it will be successful. I think just keep at it, and I personally would add a video blog component to it, so people have sort of the double-sided, you know, sometimes I don't have time to read the whole thing, but if you have a video, I can listen to it in the car or something like that, right? So anyway, just my opinion with that. All right, Gloria B said, question below, will I be better by stopping BP meds? Gloria, that is a lawsuit waiting to happen. Yeah, Gloria, I'm not going to answer that. So anyway, so in case anybody wonders what it is, Gloria wants to know about stopping blood pressure medication, and I cannot answer that, Gloria. That is a slippery slope there. So I realize you're talking to the doctor. I realize you're wanting a tarot reading for that, but that is literally medical advice, and I cannot do that. So if you have another question, Gloria, if you have another question, I would love to get that and help you out with a different question. Let me know. Let me know. All right. Okay. Victoria wants to know, I feel stuck and sad. How to get unstuck and manifest the things that, yes, you can. Gloria, go ahead and ask another one. We'll get you right after we do Victoria. All right. So there we go. Noor, there is no list. By the way, in case you're wondering, in case you're new here, there is no list. Donations take priority, then I pick at random. So go ahead and post your question. If I get time for it, then I will pick it. If you want to skip if you don't want it to be random and you guaranteed want an answer, pop in a donation. I got links everywhere for all sorts of donation methods. All right. So let's see, Gloria, there we go. All right. Let's see. So you're stuck and in life and sad. Victoria, that is no good at all. Let's get you fixed up. I mean, if you're sad, the Mons Tarot will instantly put you in a good mood. Instantly put you in a good mood. That's what the Mons Tarot does. The Mons Tarot instantly puts you in a good mood. And you're not going to be sad anymore once you see these cards. I mean, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. All right, Gloria, do you see me staying at my job? All right, Gloria, we got you covered in just a minute here. Okay. So let's see. We're stuck. We want to know where to go. We need to know where to go. All right. Let's check that out. And hopefully get you back on track. At a minimum, you're not going to be sad anymore after you see the Mons Tarot. See, look at this. Now look, anybody that was sad is now no longer sad. I mean, that's just what the Mons Tarot does. So there you go. All right. The Page of Wands. You're delayed. You're stuck. No, you're literally stuck. The Page of Wands. You have messages about things that you're getting, subliminal messages. You're getting other messages. You're getting messages in the dreams that tell you sort of your path to go or where you need to be. Dallas, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. that tell you what you need to do, where you need to be. And it's difficult to start on that. I don't think you have a lot of time. I think that you're really busy. I think there's a lot of things that you just can't get to, but you know you need to get to. And that's part of the stress, that page of wands. I'm beginning something, I'm beginning an action, but I can't get it into full steam, right? The 10 of Pentacles as well. Some of your, TZ, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We'll get to your question in just a minute. The 10 of Pentacles says that you're overreaching as well. So you're overreaching. In other words, I have unrealistic expectations. I'm trying to get everything done. I'm trying to make everybody happy. I'm trying to do all the things that I need to do. But again, we just have blockages. We have things, and it's difficult to do that. So once you have these overreaching expectations, some of these unrealistic expectations, you feel bad because you're just not fulfilling that. So we have things that you should be doing, not able to do. We have some overreaching expectations that are sort of pulling us back. The Tower says, I think it all sort of comes crumbling down to where you just suddenly realize, okay, these are my limitations. This is what's realistic. This is what's not realistic. Let me figure out where I fit in here. Because that's where you're talking about. If fitting in between the goals and aspirations that you have and the expectations other people have of you as well. So the Moon, as the final card says, I think that it becomes a normal thing to where you get in touch with all of these things. You get grounded, and I think you end up getting into a regular routine that is a bit better. It's more emotionally satisfying, and that's going to be how it goes. The Moon is all about cycles. I talk about that in my book, by the way, available on Amazon in September. I worked on my book all day today, and I blew it out. I got so much done. So book is going well. All right, so let's go with Tina. Wants to know about the house. Am I going to get the house that I want? By the way, in case you're wondering about the queue, we do have a few people in the queue. We're on Tina, and then we're going to hop to, did I just do Gloria? Then we're going to hop to Gloria, and then Redwood, etc., etc. So there we go. All right. Let's get Tina out of the queue here and drop in the Bonefire. Drop in the Bonefire. This is going to be a good one for this one, isn't it? The Bonefire, I think, is my official house card because housing is so fun, right? You get all of that excitement and all of that good stuff. Bright Star, speaking of fun, hey, how are you doing? Thank you so much for your donation. Let me know what your question is. So yeah, I mean, getting a house is fun. Getting a new place is fun. It's got that new house smell. Or if somebody else had it and they I went house shopping once and I walked into this house and it smelled like bleach. It smelled like nothing but bleach. And the first thing I'm thinking, the first thing in my brain said, all right, what are these people hiding behind all of this bleach? Because, oh my God, this is bad. So that immediately hit me. So, I mean, I'm just saying, if you're selling a house, you need to be careful just how much bleach you use. So it doesn't alert people. Okay, anyway, Bright Star, well, thank you for saying hi. I appreciate you. Okay, we're getting the house that we want or not. 6 of Cups is a bit challenged for that. 8 of Swords, we do end up moving. The 5, I don't think so. I don't think that we're going to get the house that we want. I think that we end up getting a house. There are some things that are stopping us from moving into the house that we want, whether it be financial, whether it be just action related. A bunch of things happening are sort of working against us with the restrictions laid down by the 8 of Swords is just not getting us where we need to be. And the disconnect, the 6 of Cups, to where we have that connection between two people. It's just this disconnection that we're having into getting this particular house that we want. Again, we're really excited about it. We really want it. We're really looking forward to it. But the 3 of Wands, again, has that celebratory aspect, but it's sort of ruined by the 5 of Cups. we're offset. It's like we're going back and forth. We're almost getting it. We have an opportunity for it, and then it fails. We have a bunch of different things sort of challenged with us. But overall, I think no. I mean, we're just sort of stuck. We're sort of stuck. We really don't have where we need to be on this. But yeah. All right. Gloria B wanted to know about a job. Let's check that out. Gloria B, let me scroll up and find out your new question. Okay. Gloria B, do you see me staying at my job? Let's check that out. Let's see. GB. Staying at my job. It's mentally stressful. I'm not sure I can keep doing it physically. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, that may be time to go. We don't know. Let's see. We'll try out the legendary, and this is at the bottom of my thing. The Tarot Magician. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Guidance for my realty classes. Oh, are you a realtor? Renee, I did not know you were a realtor. That is too cool. All right. All right, yeah, Tina, Tina, I wanted to give you some like awesome news and stuff, but there is that. When I left the bleach house, did your clothes change color? Well, that is a thing. That is a thing. I left there and I never went back. Okay, so sometimes it's an area to where they're selling new houses the same as the used houses. So why would you get a used house, All right. Yeah, the queue is stacking up here. The queue is stacking up. So let us look at the queue, by the way, in case you're wondering what it looks like and you are in the queue and you're waiting. So we did Sunflower Gloria, and now we're doing Gloria, and then we're doing Redwood, and then going down the line. So we got quite the queue. So please hang on, be patient. I appreciate you being here. The Princess of Cups staying at the job. Oh, the Four of Swords and Nine of Swords. I think it becomes too much. Okay, entertainment purposes only. Never base your career on a tarot reading, especially from a random fat man on YouTube. Okay, so the Princess of Cups, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. It talks about that you need something that energizes you. You need something that gives you joy, is fun, something where you can look forward to and you like going to work. You got just the right amount of challenges versus the right amount of stress, to where you do have challenges. Obviously, that's what you get paid to do. And you have a little bit of stress, but not so much that it just weighs you down. It's not so much that it hurts physically and things like that. The Princess of Cups says you need something different. Now, the Princess of Wands as well says, yeah, right now is going to be a bit of a difficult transition because of COVID, because of the different things happening in the world right now. So that Princess of Wands says you may run into some resistance. You may run into some dead ends trying to get out of this and get into something better. The Four of Swords says as well, you may want to stay on for a little bit, polish up the resume, start looking for other things, see if we can sort of sneak into something else. But overall, you probably want to stay where you can at least get a steady income until you find something else. And you may have issues finding something else because of the nature of how everything is going in the world. But the Nine of Swords says, don't worry, don't stress over it. Tell somebody that it's hurting physically and maybe they can reduce something or help you out. But definitely don't, just be in pain all the time, working at a job type thing. But anyway, all right. Okay. Let's see what the next one is. All right, I did have, okay, so I got Tina. I got all of the donations from there. So Redwood, what is Anthony's current feelings towards me? Let's check that out. Okay, what are Anthony's current feelings towards me? Let's check that out. All right, yeah, Gloria B, that's rough. That is rough, but it's challenging times right now for jobs and whatnot as well. All right, let's try out the Little Prince and see how we do. See how we do with the Little Prince. It has been a minute since I read with this. There it is. There it is. I mean, I got my I got my steady 50. I got my steady 50. Those are the 50 decks that I use all the time. And I got so many decks coming out, though. I got so many decks coming in that it's going to be kind of challenging to do that. So, but we'll see. We will see. Victoria. Do not see Victoria. Let me go grab my phone. Let me go grab my phone. Normally, let's see. I'll be right back. Yes, I did get Victoria. Victoria, what is your question? Let me know. I will add you to the queue. I appreciate your donation. Okay, cool. So let's check this out. Let's check this out. What are Anthony's current feelings towards me? Let's get one more card. Hopefully it's not reversed. There we go. One more card. Find out what are the feelings towards me, if this is going to be good or bad. 10 of Pentacles. So they do have some expectations from you. Definitely sort of feel that coming in. The Page of Pentacles reverse, Queen of Cups reverse, Ace of Wands reverse, and the Wheel. This is interesting. It's a bit more complex. It's a bit complex, but that's okay. The 10 of Pentacles says almost like that you have encountered this person before, you have had something with this person before, and things went quite well. Things went quite well indeed. So it definitely could be. I need to refresh chat. I think it died. So it definitely could be something that has happened in the past, either a past life or something that is current, to where you did have those interactions with that. The Page of Pentacles over here all the way to the Ace of Wands. It's almost like that you may want to double check. You may want to double check things before you really dive into this and get serious with it. The Page of Pentacles reverse talks about the instability within this. So, I mean, think you don't have a super stable thing in here. Hoon, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So the Queen of Cups as well says there's an emotional disconnect part of it as well. It's going to maybe be a bit of a problem. Ace of Wands basically says don't move forward with it. It says that moving forward with it is going to be disadvantageous to you. It's almost like it's not stable. It's not emotionally satisfying. We've had some luck in the past, but that luck is gone. Those things are sort of in the past and stay in the past, but it isn't something that you really want to pursue. Again, entertainment purposes only. But it says don't pursue it because, number one, the stability is not there. Now, remember from my videos, the Page of Pentacles is talking about the rock. It's literally earth of earth. It's super, super stable. And if you want to get into something that's stable, you want to get into something that's long-term, something that's serious, if they have feelings towards you, if they have an interest towards you, that could be sort of challenging for long-term stability. Again, the Queen of Cups, a bit of an emotional disconnect. There is some problems with that. And the Ace of Wands says don't move any more forward. If we are moving forward, sort of reevaluate where you're at with it. The Wheel says that this person would be sort of an interesting person to interact with, an interesting person to sort of be around. The Wheel of Fortune says that, you know, seeing them on a daily basis, talking to them, that would be pretty cool, but diving deeper in seems to be a bit of an issue, and seems like it could be a bit of a not very advantageous to you again. So there we go. So there's all of that. But again, entertainment purposes only. KD, speaking of entertainment purposes only, all right, what's the name of my book? My book is coming out, by the way, with the Waterfall Tarot. It's called Card Combos, and I will have it available on Etsy, and of course I will spam it in chat and whatnot when it's available. So if you're interested, it'll be out in September. All right, KD, should I take this new job? And Victoria, let me know what your question is. All right, KD, should I take this new job? There we go. So I worked all day on that book. I think we're making some we're making some strides with it, making some strides, getting some of that book action done. I got a bunch of stuff done on it. I can't believe just how much work it is. So I'm writing Tina. It'll be available as a PDF or an EPUB or a Mobi download or an AZW for your Amazon device. Tina, you'll be able to read it on any e-reader, tablet, or computer. All right. No matter what your country. Okay, let's see. Should I take this new job? Is this new job going to be good? Oh, temptation. I think you think you should. I think you should. TZ, you're 2 away. TZ, you're 2 away. All right. And if you lose connection, you can watch the video about 30 minutes after this ends. Temptation says you want to. You want to. You want to. KD, I think you really want to hit it. I think you do. That temptation is there. You got some good stuff there. The 9 of coins says it's very attractive as well. So there is that. There is that. Should you though? The 4 of coins reverse doesn't bode well with this. It's almost like you're limited in the money. Either we get into it and the money is just not there. We get into it, doesn't have the money that we want. The 4 of coins as well talks about expansion of money, getting more money. I think you might be limited in the amount of money that you're making. So whatever you start at, you may be sort of throttled a little bit with that, but overall, I think you're sort of limited long term with that. The Knight of Wands, says, I think you learn some things before you go into it that really sort of a couple of red flags that really make you rethink it, right? To where you're like, maybe I don't, maybe I should, maybe. As far as should you take it, it's not really a yes or no. It isn't. The 4 of coins says we're limited on money. We're throttled with money. That could be bad. I mean, if you're not fully prepared to take what you get once you enter the door. Temptation says that is alluring. It is something that you do want to get into. But overall, I think you find out some extra information that makes you think twice. So there is that back and forth, but just realize you may be throttled on money once you sort of get in the door. But I think you're really tempted. I think you're going to end up doing it. I mean, no matter what I say, I think you're going to end up diving in there and doing it. That temptation, it's really drawing you in. It's really drawing you in. I think so. All right. How long is the list for donation? We have 5. We got 5. We got 6. We got 6 in front of you. Archie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. By the way, there we go. Oh, there we go. So we just did Redwood, and then we're going down the line, and we got Archie now at the end, and we got waiting for Victoria's question as well. So there we go. So that is the line. That is the queue right now. All right. So let's see, what do I need to do to develop a better self-esteem? That's a good, Dallas has the best questions. Dallas has literally the best questions. Okay, well, let's see, instead of typing all that, let's just do self-esteem. How is that gonna go? I know that's not the best. Yeah, I mean, that temptation card really cuts through the BS. And it goes straight for the seriousness. All right, the Dark Mansion Tarot, which I know KD asked me to use it, and I didn't. I'm sorry, KD. KD, don't be mad at me. I'm sorry, I just saw it. I just saw your request. Padme, what is going on? All right, Dallas has a good question. Dallas is asking me about the Thoth Tarot and stuff. Dallas, I'm going to reply to you. I'm going to give you links to all the things to go to. But yeah, Dallas, I would not buy a book on the Thoth. There's too many great videos. And I don't mean like good videos. I mean for the Thoth, there's great videos. And I would skip a book at this point and go straight for those videos. Because even if you have to listen to just the audio, you're still going to pick up a lot. You're still going to pick up a lot from that. All right. Page of Wands is back as far as the self-esteem. I mean, oh, the Ace of Swords. The Hierophant. I think it's about knowledge. I think it's about knowledge. Shay, yes, I do pregnancy readings. Let's see. Queen Famous, we did her pregnancy reading, and we predicted the day that the baby was coming and all that other stuff. All right, so the Page of Wands says it's about getting more information. I think what you're lacking is information. So you have these glasses on that are filtering light, and the light that you're seeing is not the proper light that you need to be looking at. You need to be focusing on different things, right? The Page of Wands says to get going on getting information, picking up information. Shay Queen, there you go. Is it Shay Queen or Queen Famous? I think, was it Shay Queen? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so the Page of Wands. So, let's see, okay, so the Page of Wands says to get more information, so start digging around and find some good information here. And I think what's happening is that you're not really focusing on the positive. I think we have some worrying. I think we have some trying to be more realistic than you should be when it comes to self-esteem, when it comes to looking at yourself, when it comes to looking at them in the mirror. Realistic shouldn't be, in other words, we're comparing ourselves to other people is not really something that you really want to do, right? So you look at your successes and focus on your successes and let people, reinforce those successes as well. So that's going to be pretty good. The world says to sort of limit your focus on things that you can accomplish. In other words, if you have some expectations that I'm going to get these 50 things done, but sort of limit yourself to what you can do. And when you do get those successes, I mean, congratulate yourself. You did amazing. You did great. Let yourself sort of bask in that light. And that is going to really sort of get you on that. So the Hierophant, again, means information. It's talking about Hierophant has all sorts of information there. The Hierophant has the information available, and get some self-esteem books, right? Read those and figure out what is going to be some good steps to take. In addition, all of those books are written by experts in the field that have a lot of degrees and will give you some great information on how to sort of pick that up and push that to the next level. Because you really, at the end of the day, all you have is you for your own feedback, right? Give yourself just luxurious feedback. Let yourself be rewarded. Let yourself bask in the light of all the wonderful things that you've done. And again, information is a key here. Get those self-esteem books, read them, use the techniques. And again, those are written by people that are, much more degreed than I will ever be. So the Ace of Swords is all about communication with yourself, letting that go forward and telling yourself just how great you've done. And that's one of the things, when you do have some action, you do have some accomplishments compared to what you did before, and don't compare yourself to other people, right? That's one of the big things. If you compare yourself to other people, there's always somebody better at you at everything. But if you just compare yourself to, am I better than I was 6 months ago? The answer is always yes. I mean, I've worked hard. I've gotten things done. There you go. All right, never lived without my parents. Finally moving due to the stress with sisters. I'm scared. Make the decision. Dad is so sad. All right. TZ wants to know about moving out. Moving out. And how are we going to do it? How are we going to deal with that? There is that emotional component of moving out as well, right? So you're always kind of curious as to how exactly that is going to go. So we did Dark Mansion. I think that we could do the This Might Hurt for, just because it's funny. Just because it's funny, try the This Might Hurt and see how that is gonna go. Did we get Victoria's question? All right, now we got 5 in the queue, so looking good there. And then we're gonna wrap it up. There we go. All right, let's see how this is gonna go. We're moving out. So hopefully you get the money. If you got the money, moving out's pretty easy. It's, living on your own is all about the money. It really is. Financially, my dad says I'm doomed. I've been very sheltered. Okay, well, maybe it's time for a bit of reality. Let's see. Wow, the chariot reversed. 4 of Wands, a Page of Wands, a 6 of Wands. It's going to be rough. It's going to be harsh. TZ, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be harsh. Yeah, we got some harsh cards here. The 4 of Wands says you do end up someplace else. You do end up someplace else. I'm assuming that, Renee, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's check out Shay and see about that. Shay, you're on the list now. You're 5 away. All right, the 4 of Wands says that you end up moving out. You do end up moving out. You get into the move out action. I think that actually does happen. The Chariot says that it is quite difficult. It is quite difficult. The 6 of Wands says it is difficult as well. There's a lot of factors involved here, TZ. If you haven't ever lived in an apartment by yourself, shopping for an apartment, getting the down payment, you have to make like $1 million, it seems like, just to get an apartment nowadays. You're going to end up moving in. Well, okay, here's my predictions based on the cards. You're going to move out. You're going to end up getting a roommate in some place that's probably not the best place you want to be. You're going to end up getting a roommate because you can't afford a place on your own, nor do you financially qualify for a place of your own. So you do end up getting a roommate. Let's see, I've had a very comfortable life living with a roommate. There you go. But I do think you end up getting a roommate. It's almost like you can't get the financial stability to get an apartment or place of your own. The Page of Wands says that it is difficult. It is weird. You don't really like this particular person that much. You put up with them. They do get annoying very quickly. So you end up leaving a lot and staying outside a lot of the place. Basically, you just like to just come back and sleep and stuff. So it's sort of an uncomfortable situation as well. Again, I see a lot of difficulty, but that is that's the way things go sometimes. So, I mean, I've lived in a lot of bad apartments myself. So that's the way things go. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. I know you paid $5 to hear it's not going to be easy when you've been hearing that from your family the whole time, but the cards say that as well. You're going to have to take the first step though, and do that. And go through the rough times. Everybody has the rough times to where you have like $1.50 to your name. You're eating ramen soup a lot because you can't really afford much else. We all go through that, man. I mean, you're not alone. You're in good company. You're in good company here. So yeah, it's just sometimes the way it goes. My last apartment, funny story. My last apartment, I had this kid. They moved in. This kid underneath me moved in, and the kid would sit there and bang on the wall until like 3 a.m. Would just go. All night until 3 a.m. So, and you can't do anything about it. If you tell a kid to stop beating on the wall, you know what they're going to do? They're going to go all night again. They're going to make it worse. So you can't say anything. And I don't care how many headphones you have jacked up with music. I don't care how many earplugs you buy. You can't filter out. You can't filter it out. There's no, I'm telling you, personal experience, you can filter out like people talking outside or music, but you can't. You can't. It was like being tortured. So yeah, Okay. All right. I mean, again, I can't talk to the kid's parents. They're going to tell the kid, and the kid's going to start cussing me out. No. All right. TTM Renee wants to know guidance for my realty classes. All right, let's check that out. So we all have rough times. We all got rough times. Yeah, my first place was with this family that was heavy into drugs, and I wasn't. I've never even tried drugs, so yeah, that was interesting. They would say all sorts of unusual things when they were drugged up. So we're all there. We've all been there. I'm not a kid, but I would still knock. Yeah, yeah, Raina, I know you would. If you knew I was somewhere near, you would completely do the. Okay. So the kids' parents needed some parents need their kids. I don't know. Maybe my theory was that the kid was listening to some music on the headphones and I couldn't hear it. And no, I've never tried drugs. No, I've never tried drugs. I'm a Virgo. I would freak out. I would freak out at the loss of control. Never done anything. Okay. Let's see. Guidance for the realty classes. The Queen of Wands. That's good news. That is good news. You got Renee's got the CEO on the first try. Renee's got the CEO on the first try. I mean, how good of a news that is. That means you're able to multitask it. You're able to multitask it. You're able to get things done. You're able to get the activities that you need. You're able to learn what you need. I think you're going to do well with this. The Queen of Wands, the CEO, is a fantastic start to this read, right? The Three of Pentacles, though, says some of the work is going to be too much. It's going to be like you're looking at the work in front of you and you're like, are you being serious? There's no way I'm doing that. There's literally no way I'm doing this. The Three of Pentacles says you may need either a study buddy or you may need something, let's see, guidance for my realty classes. I don't know if you're taking it or you're teaching it. I don't know. The Three of Pentacles points to work that is either difficult, work that is either tedious, or work that is going to be a bit too much. The Three of Pentacles says, I'm not able to get started very easily. I'm trying to get things done. I just can't get things done. I don't know how it's going to be, right? Eight of Wands as well says it's almost like you get burned out pretty quick too. Eight of Wands, that movement card, that quick movement card, you're going to get burned out. You're like, Jesus, what did I sign up for? There's a point in there, but the 3 and the 8 that you just feeling overwhelmed at some point, but that's okay. That's okay. The CEO says you're able to multitask it. You're able to get things organized and get things done, but definitely not easy, definitely not a freebie as far as that is concerned as well. The Eight of Swords with the restrictions too, I think that you end up getting everything that you need from the class, but you end up being curious about other things and wanting some other activities, you're wanting some other information that you're not getting there, okay? So the Eight of Swords says you leave that class and you hear something like some legal thing about something like that. And you're like, I didn't have a chance to ask this question in class, but why in the world is this rule exist? And you start Googling it. So you have a lot of follow-up questions because you're hearing things that make no sense. So there you go. Yeah, realty's rough. Hope you have a good car. You're driving people all around the place. Driving people everywhere. And then people waste your time. People aren't serious. People are using you just to look at houses they're never going to buy. But I would not want to be a realtor, but I mean, oh, have fun with that. Okay, Hoon, let's check that out. And good luck, by the way. Good luck. I think you're going to do great. The CEO starting out, and I think you're going to do good. Give him a free tarot reading. What does S think of J? Okay, I did. When I was looking at a house before, I did have my realtor was very cool. To say cool would be very cool. And they ended up hiring a sort of a psychic to come in and cleanse the house so we could sell it. Anyway, so funny story. They were cleansing the house with the cleansing stuff. And they said they went into the bathroom and they said that toilet is bad. That toilet is evil. I'm being serious here. I'm not even kidding. They said the toilet is bad. You know, the toilet needs extra cleansing. And the jokes that came out of me were endless. I mean, it was so bad that the realtor just told me to shut up at some point. But I was just like joke after joke after joke about that. And, you know, it got kind of awkward. But, yeah, the sage. Yeah, there's not enough sage to clean that toilet. I mean, I'm telling you now that you need an incredible amount of sage for that toilet. And at some point, she asked me if I would just remove the toilet entirely. And I'm like, no, there's no way I'm going to remove the toilet because it needs cleansing. But yeah, the number of jokes, I mean, it was funny at first, and my mind kept just racing. I was like, this is the golden opportunity. This is like stand-up comedian material right now. But anyway, by the way, if you're selling a house, here's what, okay, well, no, I'll save that for another day. I have a secret to selling. If you're ever selling a house, contact me. I have a secret that nobody else does that I made up that made my house sell like within a couple of weeks when it wasn't selling. Okay. What does S think of J? Wow, the tower. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Yeah, not a big fan. The tower is kind of a rough start to S and J. The tower says that it's almost like that they gave up on it. Maybe they tried and they didn't have much success. Maybe something happened, but it's almost like they gave up on J and they're moving on, right? You have the tower, the Three of Wands combination. I've given up. I've let everything fall. Everything went downhill. Everything is just not where it needs to be, and I'm ready to move on. The Three of Wands, I'm window shopping. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to get something else done. The Seven of Swords also says that it's going to be difficult leaving. It's like the situation is awkward and it's difficult to leave. It's trying to we're trying to leave, but we just can't. Maybe the Three of Wands, we did the window shopping. We had these opportunities. Seven of Swords says we're not able to take those opportunities as well. And the Knight of Wands, the Fire of Fire. I think ultimately S is going to take some action on this. They're definitely not waiting anymore. It's time to take some action. The Tower has fallen. The Knight of Wands, the Fire of Fire says we're ready to take some type of action very soon on this particular issue. So there you go. The chat is as wild as I'm just saying. There's not enough sage. You'd have to go to a factory that produces sage and just buy the whole thing in order to get that toilet back to normal. All right. Let's see. Wow. All right. The card slinger. What is going on? It took 6 months to find the right house. Sometimes it's rough. Sometimes it's rough getting the right house, especially if they have a toilet like mine. Will Jay leave his? Will Jay leaves his karmic and move to my city? Let's find out for Archie. See how that goes. Is Jay going to move or not? I think the Hobbit Tarot would be good for this. Move karmic and move to my city. Let's check that out. This is, by the way, in case you didn't know, Cheyenne. Thank you for your donation. We're wrapping up here. Cheyenne, what is your question? Let me know. All right, we got Padme, Sunflower, and Cheyenne. Figure out if Shay is pregnant or not. Well, thank you, Cussing. I appreciate your compliment for the 4K walkthrough of different decks. I figured somebody would want to watch it. A lot of times, I want to see what the cards look like really, really close up. Okay. Let's see. Are they going to leave and move? Looking for some movement cards here. See if we get any of those. Oh, the Sun. Oh, we do have a lack of movement with that Chariot. Ace of Swords, the Ten of Wands. I mean, overall, we just have some problems. The Ten of Wands. The burden is gone. Are they going to leave their karmic? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I just don't think they're going to leave. I don't think they are going to leave. The Ten of Wands says there's burden involved. There's issues involved. There's drama involved in leaving. Ace of Swords, they don't want that lack of communication. They don't want the break. They don't want the break within that, and it's going to be difficult to get that. The Ace of Swords, they want to keep that in. They want to keep this connection. They want to keep things going, and it's going to be problematic to get that break. Chariot reversed, again, sort of seals the deal and says we're not moving. We're not getting the movement that we need. We're not getting something that we want from that. So we're lacking motion. We're lacking a breakage of the link. We're having problems with that, right? And the Sun says overall we're better off where we're at than where we want to end up. We're better off where we are at. So they will not leave. That Chariot reversed really rounds that out and sort of seals the deal on that particular problem. All right, Padme, what's coming up? I feel like I'm missing something. Padme, you may be missing something. Let's see. Every time I think of Padme, I think of Star Wars. What's coming? I'm missing something. All right, then what we're going to do is Shay pregnant. And let's see. Yeah, Raina, did you get the Sphinx cat? And Padme. Let's see. Well, Cheyenne, what is your question? What is your question? Padme, can you pick the most powerful looking deck? Okay, that's easy. We're going to end up with this one. We're going to end up with the Thoth. That is indeed, that is literally the most powerful deck I own. If you want absolute accuracy, if you want the best of the best, you're going to reach for the Thoth every single time. Every single time. There's no two questions about it. All right, let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. What is happening about the powerful deck and what's coming in? We are missing something. Oh, what are we missing? What are we missing? You're missing action. You're missing some action. You're missing some things. Ace of Wands. What is missing? What's coming? What is coming in? What's happening? There's a lot of people waiting for you. There's a lot of people waiting for you to take action, waiting for you to take advantage, waiting for you to take the initiative. There's some things that you're just not taking initiatives on that you should be. It's almost, I mean, it's not saying like just neglecting things outright, but you're in a situation where you have opportunities laid out for you, but you're just not getting onto those. And some of these have some big potentials as well. Make sure and go through the opportunities that you've had, the things that are coming in, and ask yourself, what is it here that I could be taking advantage of? What could I get going? What can I get going at this point that is not going? Are the things that I'm stalled? Are the things that I'm not too serious about? Where exactly needs to be my focus? You seem to be all over the place in various aspects, right? So, I mean, part of this is going to be that some tasks, some things look difficult. And of course they look difficult. It's all about getting started, or, you know, in the artist world, we say, get the brush moving, you know. Of course, the painting is going to be rough. The painting is going to be hard. Get the brush moving anyway. Unless the brush is moving, you're not making progress on it. That's what it feels like the reading here. If you're not making progress on things, if you're not getting knee-deep involved in a lot of different things, especially if it's being presented to you and you have these opportunities cropping up, you definitely need to take advantage of this and hop on it. So that's basically what it's saying. That is sort of what you're missing, and that is what's coming. What's coming are opportunities. What's missing is the ability to leap onto those, take advantage of those, and see how we can use that to our best advantage. All right, is Shay pregnant? Is that just the thing? So I know Shay asked this question like a year ago. It has been busy tonight. Thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate you. So, I mean, I think Shay's actual conversation scrolled off. Shay, if you're in the chat, let me know a little bit more. Let me know a little bit more, obviously. Are you pregnant? Let's find out about that. Let's find out about that and see how that goes. A possessed toilet. What does a possessed toilet do? I mean, I'm not sure. She told me it was possessed. And then I started making the jokes, and everybody got really annoyed with me. I mean, you know, I'm an annoying person to begin with, so I can understand. But I mean, there we go. Shay, let me know. Shay, I know your question was like a year ago almost. So let me know what is the context here. You just want to know just a yes, no, I'm pregnant, or anything else. I mean, let me know. So Raina has donated for you. Thank you, Raina. Appreciate you. And Shay, let's find out about it. Let's find out about it. Are we pregnant? Well, we don't do all reversals, so we're gonna flip. Okay, are we pregnant? Well, not we. I mean, I'm not. But are you pregnant? 10 of Swords. That's interesting. That has the end action on there. The Page of Wands, the 6 of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, I don't see any traditional yes or no indicators. We're gonna have to go advanced here. I don't see any traditional yes or no indicators here. The 7 of Pentacles. Oh, just the card alone. The card alone, I think this one says yes. I think if I can zoom in, that would be great. I say this one says yes. You got the 7 of Pentacles is traditionally sort of planting something and waiting for the results. But in this particular deck that I randomly chose, we have the 7 of Pentacles being, I mean, actually, you know, sort of the motherly aspect here. I think this one card indicates yes. I think this one indicates yes. I think you're definitely there. So now that we're there, now that we've established a yes, now we need a timeline for when. Well, I mean, you know, when is kind of relative, I guess. Obviously, going to be about 9 months. I don't know. I mean, do you want like an exact date? I mean, you obviously, I assume you know all that stuff, but the 7 of Pentacles says yes. 6 of Swords, Page of Wands. I think it's going to be a boy. So I think yes, it is going to be a boy. The Page of Wands. I think you're going to have a very, very active child. So, I mean, there you go. I think you have a very active child. As far as timelines, I mean, that's pretty standard. Come back in a few months and we'll get a baby pool going and see the exact date once you get that from your doctor and whatnot. The 10 of Swords, though, says that there is some let's see, the 6 of Swords. I mean, there is some drama associated with the baby. For some reason, there is a bit of drama associated with this long term, but that's the way life goes sometimes. 6 of Swords again indicates that the baby will be will be healthy, will have a very good life. I think that is going to be pretty good for you. The 6 of Swords is sort of moving from a place of rough into a better position. I think that's sort of where you're at. I think that's sort of where we're at. So yes, going to be a boy. Once you get later on in the process, once you get a few months down the line, come back and we'll all sort of have a baby pool going and see if we can get an exact date for that. See if we can get an exact date for that. All right. And let's see, Cheyenne. So Cheyenne, I'm not really sure what Cheyenne's question was. Cheyenne, I'm not really sure what your question was. I'm looking. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, Shay, keep us updated. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out, by the way. TPs when you try to use it. Okay. Let's see. Cheyenne, I don't know what your question is. If you let me know what your question is, I can get it tomorrow. Okay. General love reading. There we go. All right. Let's go for a general love reading, and then we are going to get out of here. Cheyenne with 1 N. Okay. love reading. Let's see how that goes, and then we are going to wrap it up for the night. And all right, so let's do this one. This is a pretty fun set of cards that I like. All right, let's do a general love reading. Let's do some love, see what is coming in love and all of that good stuff. Find out what is going to happen with that. I think you're just stalled. I think you're stalled on love. You're having some problems getting what you need, getting what you want in love. And I think it's been there for a while. I think that you're just not where you need to be as far as love. In other words, you're not finding what you want. You're not finding what you need. You're not getting satisfied in a lot of different ways as far as love is concerned. Yeah, I know, insert joke here, but there is that. It's almost like that you're either meeting difficult people or you're having problems with existing relationships where they're just not going and headed in the direction that you want. A lot of this seems to come from people that are either different than what they were when you met them. They become a little bit different. They almost morph into something that's a bit different than what you had expected and what you wanted. Other people make false promises and play games. Overall, you just had difficulty with this, and you're kind of stuck in this cycle of sort of getting out of difficult situations is sometimes not as easy as it would seem. But yeah, you're sort of stuck at the moment. You're not really making huge forward progress. You're not really manifesting what you need in love. You're just sort of going round and round, sort of the mouse wheel type thing. I do think that you are going to end up breaking out of that cycle, though, and I do think that things are going to get better. But again, right now you are in a stuck mode. You're not getting where you need to be. Anyway, thank you for joining us. I appreciate everyone hanging out tonight, and I'll be here tomorrow night at the same time, every single night at the same time. We'll see you next time.